Let me address why are we here today, what is Train to Enforce project and what is the main aim of this project. Let's start with project consortiums. We have many partners in this project. As a matter of fact, we are 8 different partners from 8 different countries. The project coordinator is our University of Maribor from Slovenia, and then we have partners from Germany, from Leibniz University of Hannover, from Spain, University of Coruña, Austria, University of Graz, Croatia, University of Rijeka, Albania, University of Tirana, Italy, University of Trieste, and Uppsala from Sweden, Uppsala University. And what is the aim of Train to Enforce project? Train to Enforce project aims to enhance the knowledge of the 2 main regulations, facilitating the cross-border debt regulation. This is regulation on European order for payment procedure and regulation on European small claims procedure. Because those aforementioned instruments are not being utilized to their full potential, in large part due to the lack of awareness among professionals, is aimed to combat the mentioned problem. The project envisages training activities. So we have planned many training activities, but more about that in my further lectures. So here we have the timeline of the project. The project started on the 1st October in 2019. Then we have first important deliverable in March 2020, that was needs assessment questionnaire. And then we have in December 2020, training activities on European order from payment procedure. And 1 month later, we have training activities European small claims procedure. We also have interim consortium meeting. This was the project was halfway through. And then we have training activities number 3. That was international training activities. And now we are at webinar training in December 2021. But the project ends on the 21st March in the next year. Before end of the project, we will also organize a conference. Currently, this conference envisaged to be in Maribor. I hope that to jurisdiction that will be possible. We will also, until the end of the project, prepare a casebook. This is a casebook of case studies, and we will also publicize and edit with the recordings of the training seminar. But let us begin at our first important delivery, that was needs assessment questionnaire. The purpose of this questionnaire was to help partners gather information about target group. For example, what is their preference of the location of the meeting time, duration, expectation, and their knowledge of the topic, a preferred forum. As I was saying, we have a needs assessment questionnaire. With answers we were essential to help us draft and execute the seminars. It's safe to say that we have more than 400 responses on the needs assessment questionnaire. And then we should continue to our most important activities of the project. These are training activities. We conducted 8 different training seminars on European order for payment procedure. Each participating country executed a seminar. We have more than 600 participants on our first training seminar. This is seminar on European order for payment. And then also training seminar number 2, this was training on the European small claim procedure. Then we have at this seminar, we have more than 450 participants. So this number represents all of the participants from all member states and candidate state. The execution of this training seminar were carried out by expert of the respective member or candidate state. And in a previous month, we need to finish our training seminar number 3. The training seminar number 3 was a little bit different from training seminar number 1 and 2, as was combined European order from payment procedure and European small claim procedure. In addition, to promote uniform understanding and remove linguistic barriers, part of the activities were dedicated to lectures on English legal terminology, which featured in cross-border debt collection. And in order to elicit the understanding and the transfer of good practices and strengthen the mutual trust, the training number 3 were international. This means that we prepared the methodology of exchange of the trainers. The methodology was that we set a pair of the countries, for example, Albania and Germany, and Austria and Croatia, Italy and Sweden, Slovenia and Spain. This means that the academics from Slovenia share their knowledge with participants of Spain and vice versa. The academics from Spain share their knowledge with participants of Slovenia. In training seminar number 3, we have more than 250 participants. As I already mentioned, we will also have in mind concluding conference, which is we currently hope that could be held in Maribor. And it's also worth mentioning that we have set learning and training material campaign in this project. That means that the publication of training materials and the other project results of the project website will help promote self-learning to all interested persons. Partners already prepared training materials, which will later result in a collected case book. And as I mentioned, there was also seminar were recorded and would be public available. This is also the reason that this webinar is recorded, and until 21st March, all those videos will be public available. We also have in this project Trained on Force blog. You are kindly invited to visit it. You will find different blog posts regarding European Order from Pain and Procedure and European Smuggling Procedure or other similar topics. And now I am at the later phase of my presentation. So let me just announce the program of today's webinar. And we have 8 different presentations from 8 different project partners. We will first start with Team Uppsala. This is team from Sweden, and then we'll follow the Team Trieste. Afterwards, Team Hannover, Team Graz, Team Rijeka, Team Coruña, Team Tirana, and in the end, the Team Maribor will present their national reports. Afterwards, you will be invited to have some questions raised, and we will also have opportunity to share some conclusions. Also, you will be, before leaving the webinar, you will be kindly invited to fill out the feedback questionnaire. I will share the link of feedback questionnaire into the chat of this Zoom meeting. Thank you for attention, and I would kindly invite Marius, our moderator of today's webinar, to announce our next presenters. Thank you.